what do we have here? Is this the Drift Audi? What? I'd like to introduce or reintroduce Jared. Come on screen here, bud. How you doing? How's the weather down there?
It's a little colder.
The last time you guys saw this car, we were pulling out the 6-speed transmission and the diff. We welded the diff and converted the transmission into rear-wheel drive. So if you completely have no idea what's going on, go back to this video. That's the intro video. Watch the next video and then come back.
So last time we saw this, there was no engine. The only thing we had was the transmission, and a lot's been done since then. Clearly, we got the engine and everything. We actually got it at one point to be running and driving. As we started tuning it and getting everything dialed in, we had some turbo issues. I think this is a great learning lesson for everyone, is certain parts should not be bought used. I bought the turbo and within 3 pulls, kaboom. And here we are, and we have a running motor, but we have no turbo or anything, and we're gonna change that here pretty quick.
Tell us about this engine, because I don't know anything about the engine either.
Yeah. This is a classic 1.8T. It is a built motor. Stock pistons can handle plenty of power, but it's got rods, it's got large port heads. Every bolt-on you can think of, it's got. So the turbo is really our limiting factor at this point to really get it running and driving well.
So now we found a turbo sponsor. We've got an awesome brand new turbo, new manifold, some other new fancy parts. We're gonna install everything. We're gonna get the Drift Audi running again. Let's go ahead and unbox the turbo though.
So tiny.
So this is the savior of the Drift Audi. Turbo Concepts right here. This is Turbo Concepts Stage 3 Turbo Complete Package. Jared, I'm gonna have you talk about the specifics of the turbo because you know it better.
The one nice thing about this turbo, it utilizes stock components, but everything is basically been beefed up, including, a larger compressor wheel, a larger exhaust wheel, a much better wastegate. Hybrid turbos are very, very popular, and the reason is because it doesn't require much change in your overall setup to get big gains out of the turbo. This is a direct bolt-in swap that's going to give this car over 400 horsepower at the crank. And generally, they're also more cost-effective because you are taking stock components and improving them, versus going with a completely different setup with different hardware, and everything else involved in that.
I think the size comparison is really just so cool because it'll make the old turbo look so much bigger, but it makes the exact same power. And this thing's like one of the smallest turbos I've ever seen, but it's 350 wheel horsepower. That's insane.
So other than this being a direct bolt-on to the B5 A4 platform, what?
You're holding the mic so weirdly.
Is this better? What's really great specifically to Audis is a lot of the parts are cross-compatible. So other than just a B5 Audi, this will work for any 1.8. Turbo Concepts also can double these turbos for your 2.7 TT S4. One of the other nice things about Turbo Concepts is they are American made. We're all living through this pandemic, and these are the companies that need our help. These guys have been around for over 20 years. The support that you give them is the reason why we can do this ourselves.
So if you guys want to make big power on your Audi, your Volkswagen, please go check out Turbo Concepts. You guys can get either a free diverter valve, or if you already have one, $100 off. $100 off your order of a turbo or a turbo kit. Huge thank you to Turbo Concepts for making this build possible. Absolutely. I think without further ado, we should install this. We're gonna go ahead and get started by disassembling the front end of the Audi. Then we have to remove the old manifold, and we can install the new stuff. Really simple as that. one flows better. All right, ladies and gents, the new turbo, the new manifold are on. The downpipe is connected. All of the lines besides the oil feed line are connected. Now, I know it didn't look like Jared did much work, but he did. We got a new water pump. We got a bunch of coolant leaks fixed. Oh yeah, power steering, not water pump. What am I doing? Tomorrow we'll get a new oil feed fitting, hopefully, and start her up and maybe take her for a drive. All right, so it's the next day. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the correct adapter anywhere locally, and we didn't want to wait to order a new adapter online. So we're gonna make an adapter for the adapter. Pretty much this thread right here is a M12 1.25. It needs to be an M12 1.5. So we are going to weld a nut and a bolt together, drill a hole through it, put it on this, and then put it into the turbo. The adapter for the adapter is done. We're gonna go ahead and crank it without anything attached just to make sure that there is oil pressure in the oil feed line. Who knows, maybe there isn't, and that's why the last turbo blew up. That'd be bad.
I feel like the engine would have been done by now if there wasn't any pressure.
Well, maybe there's like a kink in the line or something, but yeah, the engine definitely has oil pressure. They really haven't seen this interior, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one's really seen much of it. Best feature so far. You plug her in.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We're good?
Yeah, we're good. We had a little bit of an issue with a coolant leak. We had everything all tidied up, then we filled it up, and then all the coolant came out. So that stunk. It was a big waste of the expensive Volkswagen coolant, but we think we fixed the leak. When was the last time this thing ran?
It would have been, what, like January or?
Was it really that long ago?
I think it was January.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been late, end of January.
I'm ready. That was easy. Sounds mint.
This thing's idling nice and pretty. Heck yeah.
So this is the second first drive in the Drift Audi.
Yeah, the first drive.
Windows do work.
First drive, we one of the big issues when we first got this thing running is we were having throttle issues. We tried everything. We thought it was engine grounds. We thought it was ECU. Traced everything back to, I mean, literally we pulled almost the entire wiring harness apart just to figure out that, oh, look at that, the windows work. Well, my window works. Yours...
No, mine works, yeah. Look,
oh, I didn't realize it was already down. But yeah, so we had an issue right in the beginning, and it ended up being the wiring actually just right off the pedal, so new harness fixed that.
Yeah, these are nice, man.
They are.
Got some Corbo seats and some nice harnesses, yeah.
The clutch is on the very top end, which is actually pretty typical for a Volkswagen, but just something to definitely.
Whoa, for a what?
Or sorry, well, Volkswagen, Audi, it's all the same.
I just wanted to make fun of you for. Oh man, she's loud.
Definitely smells some smells, but I think that's.
Yeah, just burning off all the crap. Yeah, yeah. We can't really rip this thing until we get a data log and a tune in here.
Yeah, it is on a base map, to be fair. So like it's not like we're being that sketchy, but yeah, no,
yeah.
We're definitely nowhere near where we need to be with this car's tune yet.
Coolant tip looks good. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is gonna work out really well in the long run.
There we have it. The Drift Audi is resurrected. All thank you to Turbo Concepts. In the next video, we will hopefully unleash the true potential of that turbo. We'll see though, you know, who knows at this point. The Audi has so far been 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Would you like to say anything?
Well, I hope the next video is in less than 6 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
But yeah, huge thank you to Turbo Concepts. Seriously, like that is the only reason why the Audi is up and running again. With the deal that we have going on with them right now, that is a deal of a lifetime, honestly. These turbos are already priced extremely well. A lot of people who are looking for these upgrades go with an OEM Borg Warner KO4. This is basically a beefed up version for not much more.
So it was like $100 more, right?
Roughly, yeah. A new Borg Warner is roughly $1,000. This turbo, this is the stage 3 turbo. They have up to stage 4, and this one is only $100 more than that. And it has better parts. It's going to make more power. It's going to last longer, and it's going to handle the abuse that we're about to be throwing at it.
What do you think is next after we tune it? Fix a little bit of the jankiness.
Yeah. There's a little bit of jankiness. There's a dent on this fender that somebody is responsible for.
I may or may not have hit this car with a trailer one day when I was trying to pull out. Oops.
So other than getting everything dialed in, one of the bigger issues with this chassis specifically is that the rear end, the subframe, it's notoriously weak when you put power behind it. So one of these videos is going to be reinforcing and beefing up the rear end so we can get sideways with it without worrying about cracked subframes or diff carriers or anything like that.
Well guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you did enjoy, please give it a like. If you didn't, please give it a dislike. Make sure to go check out Jared's Instagram, check out Turbo Concepts. We will see you guys in the next one. Now the next actual video is gonna be working back on Molly, hopefully getting that engine put in, or at least reassembling it, or I don't know exactly what, but fun stuff with that. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining us, Jared.
Thank you.
Peace out, guys. Cool. Yeah, you can. I don't feel like moving.